Shalom family. I'm going to talk about Revelations 11 about the two witnesses, and I'm going to compare to what has happened in the past with our people. And this is going to prove even further that this book, our culture, our history, even the two witnesses are melanated. Let's talk about it. Revelation 11. They prophesied 1,260 days, which is 3.5 years. They are hated by the nations. And I'm talking about the two witnesses. They are killed by the beast. Their bodies left in the street for 3.5 days. People mocked them. They celebrated and even exchanged gifts. Then Yahudah raised them up, and terror falls on the nation. So how can I compare that to past patterns in the black slavery and lynchings? Mockery of death. Just as Revelation says, the nations will rejoice over the dead bodies of the witnesses. During slavery and Jim Crow, black men and women were lynched and left hanging in public. The celebration of violence by white crowds treated it as entertainment, taking pictures, sending postcards, just like I remember my parents telling me about that, smiling next to the bodies. This is the same spirit of Revelations 11 and 10. They shall rejoice over them and make merry and send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. Dehumanization. They weren't buried quickly. Bodies were left in the open, sometimes burned, sometimes mutilated. A direct echo of their dead bodies shall lie in the street. Revelations 11 and 8. Torment through the truth, just as the witnesses torment the nations by prophesying truth, black people's survival, testimony, and faith in Yahuwah's covenant, expose the hypocrisy of Christian slave owners. This means that the spirit of what happened to Yashar'el, the melanated people, before is a foreshadowing of what is to come. The two witnesses, like I told you, are melanated people. Many think they are Moses and Elijah, but look at what the word says. Revelations 11 and 4. The witnesses are called the two olive trees and the two candlesticks. Zechariah 4, 3 and 14. Two olive trees represent the anointed ones. Jeremiah 11, 16. Yahudah called Yashar'el a green olive tree. Revelations 1 and 20. Candlesticks are assemblies, the people of Yahudah. So the two witnesses represent Yahuwah's covenant people, Yahudah and Yashar'el, the two houses. House of Yahudah, so-called melanated people scattered through slavery. House of Yashar'el, the northern tribes scattered among the nations. Together, they are the two witnesses testifying of Yahudah in the last days. So why melanated people equal the witness? Torah and covenant identity, Deuteronomy 28 curses, fit only the so-called black descendants of slavery. They are Yashar'el. Does it fit those people over there in modern Israel? No. Historical prosecution. No other people were scattered, enslaved, mocked, lynched, and made into public spectacles in the same way as in Deuteronomy 28:37. Witnesses against the nations just existing as Yashar'el is a testimony that condemns the nations. Proof Yahuwah's word is true and judgment is coming. So the future fulfillment of Revelations 11, what happened to melanated people in slavery and lynchings days in the pattern? Well, what happened in the Great Tribulation is the fulfillment. The beast Antichrist system will rise and unalive the witnesses. Yashar'el in the spirit, those prophesying and standing for truth. Just like in slavery, the nations will mock, rejoice, and think Yashar'el is finished. But after 3.5 days, Yahudah raises them up, resurrection and redemption. You see, that's what the Gentile nations, they're trying to tell the Christians that Yashar'el has been replaced with the church, with Christianity. That's the indoctrination that they have been telling all these people they're trying to get raptured up out of here. And I'm trying to spread the truth, because some people's even going to come against me with these two witnesses about what I just told you, who they were. So why it's not just Moses and Elijah? Well, people assume this because Moses represented the law and Elijah the prophets. But Revelation says it's the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks. Zechariah, Jeremiah, and Revelation. That points to a people, not just 2 men. Moses and Elijah appeared with Yahushua on the Mount of Transfiguration, Matthew 17, showing continually of the covenant. But Revelation is clear. This is a corporate witness, not 2 individuals, like they put in the Left Behind series. The nations feared the resurrection of the entire people, not just 2 prophets. Doesn't that make more sense? Why would they be afraid of the 2 people that's laying? Remember, the world, and I want to just say Esau is afraid that when Yahudah and the remaining tribes come together and we are unified, we are the most feared of all the nations. The nations that they have been putting down, the nation that they have kept at the bottom, the nation that they have stole their identity. It's not just Esau, it's those Native Americans as well. It's anyone that claimed to be us is considered to be our enemy. So the conclusion, the comparison, past slavery and lynchings, melanated bodies left in the street, mocked and photographed, celebrated the world rejoicing at our suffering. Future, Revelation 11, Yashar'el, 2 witnesses, Yahudah and Yashar'el. Unalive by the beast, left in the street, nations rejoice, but then Yahudah raises his people up. Proof, the witnesses are melanated, Yashar'el, not just Moses and Elijah, because only Yashar'el's history matches the prophecy exactly. The olive tree, candlestick, covenant people, persecuted by all nations, mocked in death, but destined to rise. The bottom line, the past lynchings and postcards were a shadow of that, of what Revelation 11 describes. What was done to our ancestors will be magnified in the end times. But this time, Yahudah himself will resurrect his people in front of the whole world. So if you're trying to get up out of here, Gentile nation, you're going to wish you didn't get up out of here, because the word says the wicked is going to be removed in judgment. So are you ready to be judged?